Happy January 6th. It took 5 years, but the capital has finally been rendered obsolete. Greatness in the lexicon of empires is not a moral standard. It is a measurement of leverage. It is defined by how effectively a nation can extract value from its periphery to service the core. When we look at the last 72 hours, the Department of War, the Gang of Eight bypass, the seizure of oil, we aren't seeing a new policy. We are seeing the return of an old, brutally honest definition of statecraft. The great in Make America Great Again is doing a lot of work. It's dragging us back to 1904 and making eyes at 1775. It's the great of the Great White Fleet. It's the great of Great Britain under King George III. To understand the collapse, you have to understand the architecture. The American experiment began in 1776 as a specific rejection of the Royal Prerogative, the idea that a king could declare war or seize assets on a whim. The Constitution was a necessary cage. It gave war powers to Congress specifically to prevent the executive from becoming a monarch. It was designed to make war difficult, slow, and public, but the cage didn't hold. By 1823, the Monroe Doctrine declared the Western Hemisphere a U.S. sphere of influence. It was framed as defense. Europe, stay out. But it laid the trap. In 1904, Theodore Roosevelt sprung the trap with his big stick. The Roosevelt corollary inverted the doctrine. If Europe couldn't intervene, the U.S. would have to be the international police power. This was the birth of American neocolonialism. It wasn't abstract. It was a collection agency backed by Marines. Look at the Dominican Republic in 1905 and Haiti in 1915. We didn't invade to liberate. We invaded to seize the customs houses, the main source of national revenue. We broke the financial backs of these nations, commandeering their treasuries to ensure U.S. and European banks were reimbursed. We ruled by customs receivership. Sovereignty was conditional on our profit. For the next century, we tried to hide this. We created an international order. In 1947, we changed the Department of War to the Department of Defense. We wrapped our iron fist in the velvet glove of democracy promotion. We maintained the polite fiction that we were partners, not landlords. We pretended the greatness came from our values, not our ability to strangle economies. This week, the fiction burned. When the president bypassed the Gang of Eight to capture Maduro, he explicitly rejected the constitutional requirement for oversight. His justification, that Congress is untrustworthy, is the logic of a king, not a president. He claimed the Royal Prerogative. The state is me, and the war is mine to manage. And the Trump corollary, holding Venezuelan oil to reimburse the American people. It is the Haiti customs receivership of 1915, stripped of the diplomatic apology. It is the literal definition of imperialism, the conquest of foreign resources to enrich the homeland. The Department of War rebranding is a correction. We are admitting that we are no longer in the business of defense. We are in the business of acquisition. We have traveled the full arc, from rejecting a monarchy to building a republic, to warping that republic into an empire, and finally, this week, crowning the monarch. The greatness of Make America Great Again is the greatness of Rome or London in their most extractive prime. It is the power to treat a hemisphere as a backyard. The Constitution was designed to prevent this exact moment. But the Constitution is just paper, and paper burns.